we look at the solutions to problem set 20 here, which are on statistics. How could you reduce the noise if you take your weight every day to check if your diet is working? There are multiple ways. So this is just a couple of suggestions. Perhaps take your weight the first thing in the morning before breakfast, so you don't have the weight of the food, since you know you're trying to take your weight. Maybe after a shower, so you don't have the weight of your clothes, which will differ depending on what you're wearing, which doesn't affect your weight, but will affect the weight that shows up on the weighing scale. No one measure is that important. So if you take it weekly for a few months, the trend should be clear. How would you measure how happy people are in a country? Is that something useful? Well, in Bhutan, the aim of the government is to maximize the gross national happiness as opposed to the GDP, because it tries to be more holistic and not just focus on economic factors. So how would you do it? Again, multiple ways. So you could just ask 1,000 people, just take a sample every week. How do they feel? So 10 being super happy, and 1 being miserable. And track how that changes. Think of 10 statistics that describe you. Well, of course there are many ways you could do that. So off the top of my head, you have your name, your height, your weight, your eye color, your hair color, nationality, gender, address, phone number, email, and more. Think of 5 statistics associated with Ireland. Well, there's the name, the area, the population, the location, the language spoken, I don't know. Think of 3 statistics which could help you decide how to travel from Dublin to London. Well, there's the cost, the time taken. If it takes 3 days as opposed to 1 hour, I'd be willing to pay that bit more to go that bit quicker. There's the flexibility of departure times. So there might be a cheap flight that takes off at 5 in the morning, but I don't want to get up at 5 in the morning, so I'm willing to pay a bit more to avoid that. The main idea is that most things can't be described by just a number. So we actually can give a better description using a collection of numbers, and in fact not even numbers. So when we were trying to describe you, we also had your name, which isn't a number, and your gender, again not a number, your nationality, your hair colour, your eye colour. None of these are numbers. Remember to subscribe in order to be updated when new content is added. Thanks.